adventure. Where are we? We're at Bandits. Yes, we are. And, well, everyone's asking how Bandit's doing. He's way behind on editing. Life's been busy. His computer's been giving him fits. But he got many, many inches of rain after planting beans. It's not even a 20% stand. There's a few out here. They got pods. Guess that'll be nice. But look at all this lovely... Now this is fall panicum. It's just starting to head. A few bits of barnyard grass have headed out. That's not ideal, but we had to get a little bit of volume out here. So yeah, there's some grass. So it's he's got a better field of grass than beans, but the beans will be delicious for the cattle. Yeah, we gotta, let's see how fast we can mow. So it's like that one field last year, or I know this was worked up real good. We're gonna pick a high road gear and send it. Oh yay, let's watch me work and we'll talk a little bit about some of the grasses growing in the field. Now we're catching them young. The goal is always catching them young. You know, as the grasses mature, they get tough and a little bit more unpalatable. So like I said, we've got barnyard grass and fall panicum. Let's see, fall panicum, the scientific name is Panicum dichotomiflorum. Now, it can grow upright, but it also, if it has the room, will branch out and kind of grow horizontal. It'll be bent at the joints. Sometimes the stems are a little bit purple. And it only has hair on the ligule. Ligule's is the portion where the leaf like meets the stem, and it's just a more prominent growth. And then we'll discuss that portion of barnyard grass. Barnyard grass is Echinocloa crusguli, and it is related to millet. Yes, that is its redeeming feature. Barnyard grass can actually make a very large seed comparatively for grasses, but it does not have a ligule, so that just means it has a less prominent joint where the blade meets the stem of the grass. And barnyard grass is much more straight up and erect with its growth habit. The barnyard grass is a much better forage. I didn't know this, and I did a quick bit of research. Okay, so I went around the outside of the field 4 times. That should be plenty of room to turn. And now I'm picking a path that I think is fairly straight, with whatever the straight sides here, like in the front and the back. I know Bandit usually plants the rows this way in this field. It'll just work out for raking and stuff, I think. At least you can see some patterns out here. Try to keep the rows straight and parallel. I don't want to mow in circles. Try to make it easy for raking, because this is going to be tough to rake. We don't necessarily have a whole lot of stubble underneath. I just think it'll go better if we're raking exactly as we mowed. Because there are some thin spots, there are some thick spots. So we're kind of starting out here in the middle. Now, maybe about a third of the way up the field. Now, for a while, I'll start, mowing what feels like an outside. And then we'll go, as it gets, narrower that way, we'll mow the outside loop, we'll say. So it's going good. Like I said, there's a bit of variability in density. It looks like there's good height from the road for sure. And our over-under, I think we're placing bets, is 100. Right now I'm under 100. It's 40 acres. But more hay is good hay, and this stuff will be some pretty good hay. It's not heading out too much yet. It's still comparatively young. I know the cows will love it. So my research led me down a rabbit hole of why fall panicum is listed with toxicity issues. And I think it's just a lot of big scare over nothing, or just a problem for horses. But if you look at a horse cross-eyed, it'll find a reason to get sick on you. So fall panicum contains steroidal saponins, which it sounds like a lot of plants have these, but some of the versions in fall panicum are less favorable. But the first part of the name, steroidal, like steroid, like Barry Bonds steroids, or even steroids used to, treat other diseases that don't cause muscle growth in that way. There's a wide range there's good ones and bad ones. And in fall panicum, these compounds, affect the liver a little bit. But like I said, it seems like it's mostly a horse problem. It's not so much of a problem in cattle. Plus, it's not all fall panicum hay. There's barnyard grass and some other grass mixed in. And my cattle will be eating more than just this hay. It won't be the sole forage of their diet. So I'm not really worried about it. Plus, we made all those silage bales a couple years ago, and the sweet corn that had a lot of fall panicum in it. And we're catching the grass young enough that I'm not worried. Now, a quick little bit about Bandit, because people have been asking. He's just, been busy with life and some computer issues. Eventually, life will find itself changing again, and he may not have as many responsibilities to take care of. And I'm sure at some point he'll get a new computer, and we'll be back on the wagon with getting videos edited. So far in the 2 sections I've finished, I've managed to pretty well keep it within the variation of 1 mower pass pretty well. So I guess I've done a pretty good job of guessing, but there has been some subtle clues out here of what sort of straight across is. Do such a good job. I have this little sliver left on this section, but this field is done, and there's a little bit across the road to do. We're well over halfway. Well over. I'd say we're probably 2/3 is my guess. We're cruising on along. Speed chart says about 8 miles an hour. It's pretty good. Any faster than that, and it's hard to hold it together on the turns. Okay, time to go across the street, see something else. Whew. Oh, that was fun. Kind of see our windrows, see color difference of which way it was mowed, which way it's laying. So I kind of have a cutoff right here, it looks like.